A Pakistani court has overturned the death sentence and murder conviction of a British-born Islamist terrorist for the slaying of journalist Daniel Pearl in Karachi in 2002. Pearl, a former South Asian bureau chief of the journal, had been kidnapped in January 2002 and killed after a month in Karachi when he was researching on a story about religious extremism, a report.
A Pakistani court has commuted the death sentences of the main person accused in the 2002 kidnapping and murder of Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl and acquitted 3 co-accused in the matter. The court exonerated all 4, including the key accused, British-born Ahmed Umar Saeed Sheikh, better known as Sheikh Umar, declaring that the prosecution had failed to prove the case against them. An anti-terrorism court had sentenced to death prime accused Ahmed Umar Saeed Sheikh, commonly known as Sheikh Umar, and life term to co-accused Fahad Naseem, Salman Saqib and Sheikh Adil for the abduction of the slain journalist.
Pakistan was never very enthusiastic about this case anyway. I mean, it was under immense international pressure that Pakistan had to arrest these people, bring them to trial. And then, because the glare of the world was on Pakistan, given the enormity of this particular crime, the courts in Pakistan, of course, had to deliver a verdict, and given the evidence at hand, the only verdict it could deliver was a guilty verdict, and given the enormity of the crime, the only sentence possible was an execution. However, and Pakistan plays this game very well. They ensured that the trial had dragged on for sufficient long period of time for people to either lose interest or attention to be dragged away. And then they kept on delaying the sentence through various means. And now it has come to a particular point where they have judged that the international opinion has generally forgot about this entire case.
Sheikh Umar was widely seen as having links to Pakistan's top intelligence service, the ISI, as well as Al-Qaeda, and had a role in forming the Jaish Mohammad terrorist group that carried out attacks in Kashmir during the 1990s. His arrest and conviction in 2002 came in quick succession at a time when Pakistan was under severe pressure from the United States to eliminate terror networks operating on its soil. But the Pakistani judiciary has sat on his appeal for nearly 2 decades, and some observers believe that the present ruling has come at a time when the mood in the US and the rest of the world has changed, and nobody seems to be worried about the terrorist of the past.
They have decided to reduce the sentence to 7 years, which basically means he gets away scot-free. Why has Pakistan done this? Look, all these people who are involved in this particular gruesome incident are actually agents of the Pakistan deep state. These are the people that the Pakistan deep states have employed from time to time to do their nefarious activities. After all, who was this particular gentleman? He was in an Indian prison. He was fomenting terrorism in India. Now, look, we basically let go of this particular person in Afghanistan, and there he landed up in Pakistan, and then he had a big hand in the beheading of Daniel Pearl. So, all these people are agents of the Pakistani deep state, and obviously the Pakistani deep state knows that throwing them under the bus after they've done their dirty work is going to reduce its credibility among its various agents.
The investigation, led by Pearl's colleague Asra Ansari, who had accompanied him during his Pakistan visit, claimed that the actual man behind his abduction and beheading was Khalid Sheikh Mohammad, the self-proclaimed mastermind of 9/11 terrorist attacks on Washington and New York. Mohammad, who was arrested by Pakistani security forces and handed over to the US in 2003, is currently awaiting trial at the US base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.